What's going on, JRD Nation? I am Dan Whitmer, and today we are going to be covering how to stay healthy while jumping rope. Before we get started, this video is brought to you by Crossrope. It is the best jump rope experience on the market that we have seen thus far, and also the best jump rope experience if you are trying to lose weight and get that shredded and lean physique like we always cover here at JRD. So if you want 10% off of that jump rope, go ahead and check out the link below. So guys, this is the last video in this 3-video series that we're trying to just put together a comprehensive guide for beginners learning how to jump rope with correct form, being able to lose weight doing that, and then how to stay safe during the whole process. So if you ever have any questions about the basics of jumping rope and losing weight, be sure to reference this specific playlist. All right, without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, the first thing that we want to talk about is warming up. Warming up before your jump rope workout is very, very important. So the first part of the warm up that we recommend is using a mobility band to go side to side and do some other exercises, as you'll see in the B-roll of Brandon here. And the other ones that we recommend are the duck walk, where you wrap the band around your knees and do the duck walk forward and back, as you can see Brandon's doing here. And also the bodyweight squat, where you get up onto your tippy toes, which is supposed to help with ankle stabilization. Next up, we want to have you do loaded calf raises, 3 sets of 10. Don't forget to use the foam roller to roll out your muscles, and specifically your IT band, which is found, as you can see here, on the side of your hip, and it goes down to your knee. Loosen up your feet by standing on a lacrosse ball and rubbing it back and forth. And then the dynamic warm-up that we stress, which we always have you do before any of our YouTube workouts, is 20 jumping jacks, 10 squats, 10 push-ups, 5 front lunges on each leg, and just repeating that little mini circuit 3 times total. Now, that seems like a pretty exhaustive list for warming up, so what we want you to do is just pick 3, maybe 4 of the exercises I just mentioned, knock those out before every workout. All right, next up I want to talk about injury prevention. When you're starting out jumping rope, you don't want to go for 30 to 40 minutes every single day, because you could risk injuring yourself. What we recommend, especially when you're starting out, is taking 1 to maybe a full 2 days off from not doing any activity, just so your body can start to get used to it, and you will not leave yourself open for injury. Rest also means sleeping. There's varying arguments about how much sleep you should get, but just as a rule of thumb, 7 to 8 hours is what you should shoot for. Eat nutrient-dense foods and properly hydrate. We have some nutrition videos already listed on our YouTube channel. Be sure to check out that playlist. We linked it up here. And for water intake, you should be hydrated, which means drinking half of your body's weight in pounds in ounces of water. So that was kind of complicated. If I weigh 200 pounds, that means I'm going to drink 100 ounces of water each day. Jump rope on softer surfaces, or even get a mat. If you're in short grass, if you're on a gym floor that has that little rubber matting, if you're on a wooden gym floor where people play basketball, all of these surfaces are going to give you a little bit more cushion and lessen the impact on your joints, again, allowing you to prevent injury. This seems like a no-brainer, but just maintain good form. In the last video, we talked all about form, and a great way to not get injured is just to have really good form. Now, me personally, Dan, I've had some issues in my lower back, and so some of the exercises that I'm going to talk about are really, really good for making sure that you prevent injury throughout your body, and it just makes sure that all those muscles are nice and loose and tightened up. I learned them from my chiropractor, and I'll share them with you right now. First up, we have the bird dog. Next up, planks. Great for stabilization and strengthening those lower back muscles. Do front and on both sides. Hamstring curls. Overhead bag helicopter, which is just really a fancy way of saying get into a lunge position and slowly pass something that's a little bit weighted around your head to let your back muscles stretch out. And the last one is arm taps for stabilization. You're essentially just getting in a push-up position, as you can see here, spreading your legs out, and then taking turns tapping the opposite arm so that you always have one arm on the ground, stabilizing your entire body.
In the final section of this video today, we're gonna talk about how to deal with soreness. First off, I would probably tell you that the most common form of soreness that we hear about from people is shin splints. So as you're gonna see in this footage coming up here, I'm gonna show you some different exercises that you could do to counteract shin splints. One is the anterior tib stretch. Another one is doing heel walks. And then in general, you can use a lacrosse ball, a foam roller to help work out any uncomfortable pain that may have come from a result of jumping rope too much, especially when you're first getting started. Something that you can do after exercise is you can go do some static stretching. So we never want you to do static stretching, which is, just hanging over and stretching your hamstrings or anything where you're not moving. But after you exercise, you're more than welcome to do that. It could definitely help with moving some of that lactic acid around and helping you relieve some pain. And a big one that we really recommend is if you have any cold water accessible to you, go jump in after your workout. We're lucky, we're here next to the Pacific Ocean in Los Angeles, so we try to get into the cold ocean as much as we can. To help maintain strength for the long run and also to get the physique results that you want, we highly recommend that you incorporate bodyweight exercises in along with the jump rope training you do. Yes, jump rope training is amazing, but we believe that to create a full functional health routine, you should incorporate bodyweight exercises as well. Next thing I want to talk about is the difference between injury pain and soreness pain, or the burning pain. Now, a lot of people, when you're starting to jump rope for the first time, you're gonna definitely feel burn in your calves, in your shoulders. It's gonna be really uncomfortable. And that's the point, you guys. Like when you jump rope, the reason why it burns more calories than any other exercise out there is because it's hard. And so when you feel that burning and that soreness, that does not mean you're injured. You should push through that. Now, if you experience a sharp pain, something that really stops you from exercising, at that point, that's when you wanna take a rest, go see a doctor, and get that sorted before going back to regular exercise. Really hope this series was helpful for you guys. We enjoyed making it. Now you know the fundamentals of jump rope training, you know how to jump rope for weight loss results, and you know how to stay healthy while jumping rope. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments below. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. And if you need any help about stuff we talked about in this video, there are many tutorials we've already made on this channel, so we've linked them up in this video. And also just go explore the playlist on our main homepage. We have a lot of videos there for you. Check them out. Let us know what you think. Do the thing.